Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Trevor if you haven't joined me before. Today we're taking a look at entering the fifth element, the fifth world of the four directions, and also what it feels like to become a Zen master of time and space. So over the weekend I attended an Ayahuasca ceremony. So we had some people flying in from abroad. And we all met at this retreat in a game farm. It was a really beautiful setting. And we were surrounded by mountains. And these mountains, they were doing these controlled burns. So they're burning parts of the mountain every day. So it looked like red lava coming down the mountain. And on the left of us was the sun that was setting, and it was also red. So this also makes me think I'm going to create another video of one of the biggest spectacles this earth has ever seen. And that is in regards to the moon and the sun, when they're both red, and what really took place on this planet. So I think it was towards the end of the afternoon, and it was really hot. I mean, being in spring, everything's been dry the entire winter, and it's still dry. We haven't had any rains, and the dust was blowing. So I sent some thoughts up, some prayers to the ancient Mayan deity, Chaac, the god of lightning, thunder, and rain. Or in other words, to the ancient Maya, who was known as God. And the sky was clear, and as I sent these thoughts up, in an instant there was a lightning bolt that exploded through the entire valley. In that moment, a small cloud formed, and there was a little bit of rain, which got rid of all the dust. It was absolutely incredible. So I felt as if my Friday night was a bit of a disappointment when it came to ceremony because of these disturbances, maybe Saturday night I could enter a sacred place. And that's exactly what happened. And as I closed my eyes, and in the darkness there was light, and I saw a vision of a shepherd walking. And all the sheep were safely in, and I closed the gates. So Spirit was indicating to me, everyone's ready to go, the gates are closed, everyone is safe, let's begin. And more light started to appear. And as I started to enter the matrix, more and more visions unfolded into my consciousness. But then something strange happened. One of the ancient Nagas, the dragons of light, and remember I said I'm going to make a video or some videos of this in the future, inserted themselves or embedded themselves into the matrix I was already in. And I was a little bit confused at first as to what was going on, but an ancient being, the Naga, was inserting himself into a ceremony, or should I say a matrix that was already unfolding. And what was quite interesting, it's as if this matrix that was illuminated, and then it exploded like popcorn and rolled all the way. So he just brought this to an absolute standstill. And still a little confused as to what was going on, I lay there silently, just trying to open my awareness, not to think. But I started to think, and I started to question, because strange things were starting to take place. I could feel this energy moving all around me and through me, and then it almost as if it wrapped around the bottom part of my spinal column and started to vibrate. And it wasn't a spiritual thing, I could feel it physically. My physical spine was vibrating, and then it moved along my body to different parts of my body, through my brain, and even to my lungs. And then what was really freaky, imagine you squirting some liquid out with a syringe. So somewhere from in my lungs, I just felt these two squirts of liquid. I've never felt this before, I've never heard about this before. This Naga was rebooting and healing me. And then it also made me think, because I was confused at first, as why am I experiencing this? And recently I made a video on extraterrestrials or aliens that are visiting our planet. And in there I mentioned that some of these extraterrestrials, these ones in spacecraft, use an energy that they beam through you and heal you on a cellular level, on all levels. As the ancient dragon, as the ancient serpent, proceeded to heal me, and in ways and things that I've never felt in my entire life, or I don't think even in past lives. So, and this frequency was extremely high, and the more this dragon was doing this, it felt like I was going to purge, and I said, please stop, please stop. And now I was stopping this experience, this once in a lifetime experience, you know. So immediately said, if you want to purge, you're going to purge. And I purged, and I really purged my lungs out. Felt like I was dying. And what's quite interesting, I really had a small shot of ayahuasca. So I hardly had any ayahuasca. And once this was all out of me, I could still feel it in my mouth, but he didn't want me to rinse my mouth. I could feel my whole body was saturated with something. And it was almost as if I was born. Imagine a lotus just opening up, and as it opens, you find yourself in another world. So it's almost as if in that moment, I merged into the ethers of light, the fifth element. So we're not talking about the astral plane and all the astral levels and the astral light. This is the ethers of light. So this is a reality that humanity will eventually evolve to, the immortal ethers of light. And even if you experience it, it's not really easy to explain, because it's not just something that you're seeing, it's something that you're feeling, something that you're becoming and experiencing on many, many different levels. So in that moment, I felt like I was born, almost as if I'd popped out into this new world, this snowy, puffy, gold, white light everywhere. And in that moment, I became a Zen master of cosmic time and space, believe it or not. And you'd say, but what do you mean by that? So when you become one with the Naga, now you're sort of in your body, but you're not in your body. You're in a state of higher consciousness. You're in the ethers of light, not the astral planes. So your body's, imagine you've got electricity, but this electricity is coded. It's being manipulated through your being. It can manipulate any part of your cells, your consciousness, your entire being. And it can pull you into that reality that is light, and you become that light. That can become other realities, or that is manipulated by a being, and you are part of all of that. So it's really difficult to explain. But in that moment of becoming a Zen master of time and space, and remember, that is only a moment. It's short-lived, so it's 5, 10, 20 minutes at the most. Every single movement is as if you're cutting the ethers with a laser, cutting time and space itself, and you can feel it. You can feel the movement through every finger, through your hands, through the arms, and as if something else is moving through you, and it feels like perfection. So your whole being is awake, your brain is awake, but your whole body is awake, not the physical body, the spiritual body that is now moving and having its being and taking over from the physical. And there's this seamless flow of Zen-like cosmic perfection that flows through your being. And you know, you can't really explain how do you feel. You feel magical, you feel immortal, you just feel perfect in that moment. The most peaceful moment that can be sliced like a laser, each moment being cut. So part of the reason why I did this video is there's a lot happening, and this was fresh in my mind. And secondly, you know, we need to start to understand the dragons, these ancient Naga, because they played a crucial role in humanity's evolution, both physically and spiritually. They've been there since we were created. And also I just thought I would share this experience so that we come to understand these different planes, that we're not talking about astral light and an astral experience. We're going into the higher worlds, which is the ethers of light, the immortal planes. And this is also the ethers where the extraterrestrials find themselves with their spacecraft. I'm going to be making a video of the 4 directions and the 5th element, that we're being part of, that which is us, and the new reality that humanity will enter, the 5th element, the ethers. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a very, very long time for us to evolve into that. It's not just going to be a momentary thing. It's a long, long process before humanity will reach that. If you want to watch videos like this, hit that notification button, and I'll catch you in the next video.